Hey everybody, I'm going to give everybody just a second. This is a live streaming video, so if you're watching the replay later on, you'll see me talking to a couple of people off and on a little bit. So this will be a YouTube link later on, but tonight it is a live video in the event page. So we're going to wait just a minute and let some people get on, and I'm going to turn the volume off on this. Hi Carrie. You're the first person on. That should win a prize. Hey Jordan. We're going to be as quick as possible. I am setting a timer so I stay on track. And I have notes. So we're just waiting just a minute, just to give everybody just a second to get on. You have a screaming toddler right now. Oh, hey, hey. Okay, people are starting to jump on, so we will go ahead and start. I hate to leave people behind if they jump on and we're, 2 minutes in. Hey, Carrie. Hi, Amanda. Okay, we got the numbers climbing now. We've got several people online, so we will go ahead and begin. So, for those of you that don't know me, I know a lot of you guys in this event page. Hi, Kathleen. Hey, Michelle. But there's a lot of you that we don't know each other. My name is Amanda Lehman. I am a personal trainer and nutrition specialist by trade, I guess you could say. I'm very interested in health and wellness and prevention, helping people rehab from injuries, lose weight naturally. I work with bariatric clients. So that's kind of my jam, the body and how everything kind of functions together, how God created it to function properly, and supporting it naturally. So that's me. That's a little bit about what I do in case you're wondering who the heck I am. That's me. And we're going to talk about Young Living essential oils tonight. Young Living is a company, what essential oils are, how to use them, etc. So what they are, most of you have heard of essential oils. If you haven't, I'm not real sure where you've been, but they are volatile chemical compounds that are found in plants. So all of the different plants that God made, they all contain essential oils. And these oils are extracted from plants, and that's where we get essential oil from. They are either distilled with steam distillation or cold pressed. So most plants are harvested, put through a wood chipper, and cooked at low temperatures in big distilleries. Citrus fruits are cold pressed from the rinds. So we get the essential oil of citrus fruits from the rind of the fruit. Essential oils provide support for every system in the body. So your respiratory, your endocrine, which is your hormones, your nervous system, your respiratory system, your skin, your digestive system, bones, joints, connective tissue, all the systems, all of the structures in the body, all of the organs, all of your cells can be supported by essential oils. Just like food, just like herbs. So they're natural plant sources. God told us plants are our food and medicine, and we can use these things to naturally support the health and function of our body. So oils support brain health, weight management, emotional and spiritual health, healthy skin. They're also used as an alternative to toxic cleaning chemicals and personal care products. Many of these chemicals cause hormone disruption. They can also cause a skin irritation, respiratory irritation, and a lot of these cleaning chemicals and products that we use on a daily basis are a direct reason for some of our issues that we have as far as skin and respiratory flare-ups of conditions, and just some discomfort in general from some of these chemical substances. What we're talking about is swapping out those things. So a lot of people will say, I want to try essential oils, or I want to sell essential oils or something like that. Everybody kind of does their own thing and does this personally. The way that they are comfortable with. Some people use them strictly for cleaning. Some people use them for emotional support and diffuse them for, air purification and things like that. I use them for health support, natural health support, as many people do. So you can swap out the toxic chemicals in your home with essential oils and essential oil infused products. So how are they used? There are 3 different application methods for using essential oils. One is topically. So in England, they pretty much strictly use essential oils topically. This method delivers essential oil molecules to the bloodstream within 26 to 30 seconds. And people wonder, how is that possible? How am I going to rub something on my skin that smells good from a plant and it's going to do anything for my health? Well, it's the same method of application that you would use a prescription hormone cream or some other pharmaceutical cream to rub on your skin. The same way that chemical sunblock works. It absorbs into the skin and the fat layer. So essential oils are easily recognizable by the body because they're natural substances. They have properties that our body and our cells accept. So it absorbs through the skin into the fat layer, into your capillaries, then it goes into the bloodstream where it circulates throughout the body. In France, they ingest just about every oil. There are a lot of oils that the French ingest. Young Living has many oils that are for dietary supplementation. Not all of them are. Young Living has oils labeled specifically for internal use. So for your starter kit, as an example, when you get your starter kit, there are 5 oils that have white labels that say Vitality oils. And there are 5 oils that are just labeled with, whatever, the Blend RC or the Blend Stress Away, and they just have the color of that oil's label. The Vitality oils that are labeled with the white labels are for internal supplementation. So that labeling is strictly for usage. The oil in the yellow lemon bottle and the white lemon bottle is exactly the same. Lemon can be used aromatically, it can be used topically, and it can also be taken internally. So it's going to tell you on the label what the usage is for. You cannot label a natural product for aromatic and topical on the same label that you say it's for dietary supplementation. It's not legal to label it that way. So Young Living has separate labels for the usages. Same oil in the bottle, so keep that in mind. That's a question a lot of people have. They wonder, why do some oils have a white label? And they also have a colored label. That's strictly for labeling. I always order the big bottles of the colored labels because it's the same oil in the bottle. So that's just a little bit about the Vitality oils and the explanation of that. So there are oils that you can take internally. Not everybody's comfortable doing this, and it's a personal preference. Some people don't like the taste. I like the taste of a lot of oils, some of them not so much. If I'm feeling a little under the weather or stressed out or extremely tired, I will take oils in a capsule to support my immune system and to just hit it from another angle to support the health in another way. So lots of people take oils internally, and that's a personal preference. The Germans, in Germany, they use them aromatically. So this is the easiest, probably the most popular way to use essential oils, or to diffuse them and to smell them directly out of the bottle. Very effective mode of application. Oils bypass digestion and absorption this way. Not that it takes very much time at all for an oil to make it into every cell of your body in either of those other 2 methods, but aromatic is just simpler. You don't have to mix a capsule, you don't have to do anything, you just smell it. So it's just the easiest, most effective way. Essential oil molecules reach the limbic area of the brain almost instantly. So this is important. Again, people ask the question, how can smelling something affect my health? And a lot of people, which I love this example and this argument, I guess you could say, where people will tell you if you use essential oils, oh, that's all in your head, that's making you feel good. That's in your head. Well, my answer to that is always yes, it's in your head. Everything begins in your head. Your regulation of your heartbeat, the release of hormones, the release of different chemicals that are, that begin certain processes in the body, neurotransmitters, things, thoughts telling your body to move. Everything begins in your head. So everything down to hormone production and your emotions and everything is in your head. Without your head, nothing would be happening. So Yes, it begins in the head. So the limbic region of the brain is the deepest part of the brain that contains some very, very important structures. Your pituitary gland, which is your master hormone gland, that's where all hormone production takes place right at the beginning. There's this long chain of events that happens for every hormone in the body to be produced, and that always starts in the pituitary gland with every hormone. So that master hormone gland is deep in the center of your brain, as is your amygdala and your hippocampus. All of the structures of the brain that are responsible for your memory, short and long term, that are responsible for your emotions and your hormone balance, all of that is in that deep area of the brain. Okay, I'm swiping this because the comments are distracting me. Guys, you can keep asking your questions. And there are some other leaders on this video that will be helping me answer questions, and I'll go back and answer those at the end. Okay, and I will tell you this if you're asking questions. Oils are not medications. They are not intended to diagnose or treat, prevent, cure any kind of disease. So symptoms and diseases are not something that I am at liberty to speak about. And I'll get more into that in a little bit. Okay, so it takes 3 to 6 hours for a normal, healthy body to expel essential oils. This is why it's recommended to apply every few hours in the event that you are under a lot of stress or under the weather or really tired. It's important to use them, to apply them every few hours to continue supporting the systems of the body. So on the history of oils, so this is not something new. This is not some kind of fad or something that just recently someone just recently discovered that there are essential oils in plants by any means. There are countless ancient medical records and texts that document the use of essential oils throughout history. The Babylonians, the Egyptians, the Romans, Pakistanis, medieval Europeans all used essential oils. Every culture used essential oils in ancient times. Essential oils are mentioned 1,100 times directly or indirectly in my personal favorite historical text, which would be the Bible. James 5:14 says, if anyone among you is sick, let them call upon the elders of the church and have them anoint and pray over you. Multiple scriptures throughout the Bible mention the oil of joy or gladness. There are scriptures that talk about a pleasing aroma to the Lord. Multiple scriptures on people being anointed with oil. Recipes for bringing different things into the temple, and different oils for different ceremonies and sacrifices and things like that. And then obviously frankincense and myrrh was brought to Christ at his birth. So do essential oils actually work? That really hinges on what you're asking. If you are a highly toxic person, if you have a lot of toxic chemicals in your body stored in the fat cells, in the liver, in the brain even, essential oils will not be as effective for you. You also may have some adverse reactions to oils. Some people do, as in a skin rash, a headache, nightmares even, because essential oils detox petrochemicals and they bring things out. They bring things to the surface, including emotions, including trauma, bad memories, and things like toxins. So as the oils pull these toxins out, they have to go somewhere. They're pulling them out of fat cells, they're pulling them out of your liver, and that's most likely going to come out as a rash. And the advice is to stop or cut back the use of that oil, to dilute it more heavily, and drink lots and lots of water. And to me, first and foremost, to cut back on toxic product use. So since the spread of Western medicine, people have shifted from natural care of their bodies to treating and addressing symptoms and diagnosing diseases. Shortly after World War II, essential oils were technically, or quote unquote, rediscovered. And the science on their usage grows more every year. I personally started using essential oils 3 years ago to support my son's skin and respiratory health. Since we began using oils in our home, we have seen countless positive benefits, as in more restful sleep cycles, maintained hormone balance, support of our immune systems, our skin, our respiratory system, hair even, digestive systems. I personally use oils also for muscle and joint support to maintain proper function, and for emotional balance and spirituality purposes. I chose Young Living because of their seed to seal process. I've personally visited the Mona Lavender Farm in Utah and participated in every step of the seed to seal process, which includes planting the seed, cultivating the plant, harvesting the plant, distilling, and bottling the oil. Young Living carries out every single step in that process. There are no brokers. No one is getting their hands on the oil, diluting it, or cutting it with anything. So your oils from Young Living change hands one time, period. From Young Living to you. Most essential oils are sold cheaply. These are grocery store brands, other essential oil brands. There are other good and organic brands. And if you can't find out where their plants are harvested and distilled and how many different times it changes hands, then I suggest choosing a different company. This is just essential oil information, and I use Young Living, so you can take it or leave it. But personally, it's important to me where the product comes from, because my whole point was to switch out toxic chemicals in our home. And if somebody is using a chemical solvent to to extract the oils, then I don't want to rub that on my kid's skin. So, most essential oils are sold cheaply because companies cut corners, and it is a bandwagon that a lot of people are jumping on. I'm going to buy these oils. I'm going to try them. Everybody says they work. They love them. I'm going to do it, and that's the motivation. If the motivation is behavior change, or I need to lose weight using oils, or I need to address my acne using oils, you're looking at it from the wrong angle. You need to look at it from, what am I doing to cause these issues, or what is causing these issues, and try to address the cause. If it's a toxic product, that toxic product needs to be removed, and then the oil can better work to assist the body in its natural processes. So these other companies that sell their oils more cheaply, if you spray pesticides, you yield more crop. We all know that. If you're using pesticides and fertilizers, you're going to get bigger, better crops, better, according to modern standards. If you use chemical solvents to extract the oil from your plant material, you're going to yield more oil out of that bigger crop. And then if you dilute the oil with a cheaper oil or carrier oil, then you're going to stretch the oil even further that you've extracted. All of these practices, to me, reveal greed at the motivation and not health and wellness. And that's important to me. And I have seen, like I said, every step of the seed to seal process. I have heard Gary Young speak on multiple occasions, as I have heard financial executives speak, the chief executive officer. All of the executives from Young Living met in person and heard them speak. And it's a highly transparent company that is doing some amazing humanitarian work around the world. And they have a consumable product that people need and want. And they're good stewards of their finances and of the earth and the oil. So how oils are made. It takes a great deal of work to produce a tiny amount of oil. So 60,000 rose blossoms provide 1 ounce of rose. Rose is a very precious, very expensive oil. Not all of them are expensive. Lavender is abundant. It takes 220 pounds of crop to produce 7 pounds of oil. This one is really interesting to me. Jasmine flowers must be picked by hand before the sun gets really hot on the very first day that the flowers open. So they have to be picked by hand on the first day they open. This makes it one of the most expensive oils in the world. It takes 8 million hand-picked blossoms to produce 2.2 pounds of jasmine oil. So if you find jasmine oil that costs $5 or $6 or $8 or even $20, what you are getting is more than likely something that's been extracted with a chemical with not a lot of care, something that has possibly been cut with floral water, or a cheaper, lower grade of oil, like a perfume grade oil, that maybe has some fillers and fragrance and chemical solvent residue in it. I don't know about you, but if I am looking to improve my health and reduce toxins, I'm not going to purchase something that is totally defeating the purpose of that. So a sandalwood tree must be 30 years old and 30 feet tall before it can be cut down for distillation. We produce Royal Hawaiian sandalwood at our farm in Hawaii and sacred sandalwood at our partner farm in Australia. A little bit of oil goes a really long way. Most Young Living oils are $10 to $30 a bottle. The 5 milliliter bottles, which are, I have one right here. This is a 5 milliliter bottle right here, and it holds between 85 and 90 drops of oil. The 15 milliliter bottles, which are the bigger bottles, contain about 250 drops. So even in the small bottle, an application 1 to 3 drops, that means that it'll get you about 45 to 90 applications, which is quite a bit of applications. As another example, not only does Young Living have oils, but they have products. They have cleaning products, supplements, all kinds of body care products. The Thieves Household Cleaner, to give you an example of cost effectiveness, it's a concentrate that is made of plant materials and only costs $1.50, approximately $1.50, to mix a large spray bottle. So you get it in a concentrate and you add like a capful to a spray bottle and fill with water. I use that cleaner to clean everything in my house. Windows, floors, toilets, countertops, whatever, you name it. Wood. We clean everything in our house with Thieves Household Cleaner. And I've been doing that for about 2.5 years. People say, well, is it really cleaning? And I would say, look at what the FDA is doing with antibacterial soap right now. Starting in September, according to the FDA, we will no longer see antibacterial hand soap because of the chemical triclosan, which creates superbugs. So we're literally washing our immune systems away is what we're doing. I could go into a big spiel about Jesus not washing his hands before he ate in the Bible. If you guys have read that, Jesus didn't wash his hands before he ate, and the Pharisees chastised him for that. And he said, do you not know that what goes into your mouth is expelled from your body? What comes out of your mouth is what defiles you. So not that we shouldn't ever wash our hands, but antibacterial soap is literally the reason why a lot of us are sick a lot. So as far as the Thieves Cleaner, does it clean? Yeah, it cleans. I've been using it 2.5 years, and not that Thieves Cleaner is keeping us from getting sick, but we don't use toxic chemicals in our house. We don't use antibacterial things in our house, and we don't get sick. I mean, we get sick, yeah, we'll come in contact with a bug or something. Our bodies are capable of fighting them off fairly quickly within a day or two, not 7 to 10 days on drugs, feeling groggy and all of that. So, yes, it cleans very well. Are essential oils safe? So this is one of those things where it kind of drives me crazy when people say, I want to sell essential oils, or I sell essential oils, or, I'm putting my order in. Who wants to get on my order? I'm the oil lady. I have an oil for that. That kind of talk really drives me crazy about oils, because there are a lot of safety issues with essential oils. I use all of them. I dilute very few of them, but everybody's skin is different. Everybody's bodies handle oils different, just like drugs, just like food, just like water. Our bodies handle things differently. So if you have sensitive skin, if you are talking about applying oils to a baby or a small child, you need to dilute oils, possibly all oils. I even dilute lavender on my son. He has sensitive skin. And it's a good idea to do that in the beginning anyway, regardless. When you don't know and you're first starting out, you want to dilute, use a small amount, use the most mild oils first. And just pay attention to how you feel when you use oils. If it's an oil that your body doesn't like, that's a thing. Don't use that oil. And if you do like it, use it. If you feel like you can use it undiluted, try it. Doesn't really matter. Diluting an oil just slows down the rate of absorption. So it's a good thing for little kids because they metabolize oils more quickly. They affect them more quickly and more strongly than they do adults. So it's always good to dilute with a carrier oil. A carrier oil is a fatty oil, meaning coconut, olive oil, grapeseed, avocado, argan, all of these fatty oils. They're not essential oils. They're fat oils, and they have larger molecules, which means when you mix an essential oil with a fatty oil, the essential oil molecules have to bounce off the larger molecules. If you looked at that under a microscope, the little tiny volatile particles of essential oil would be bouncing back and forth off the larger molecules. It just slows down the rate of absorption. And it also is good, like as a carrier, to just stretch your oils and help them go further, like making creams and things like that. Photosensitivities. Citrus oils make you sensitive to the sun. So if you put on a citrus oil and go out into the sun, you may sunburn more easily, more quickly, or worse. Common sense. Don't put citrus oils on your face before you go outside, or on your kid before they go outside. If you do, dilute it and put it in an area that will be covered, and that's how you deal with that. Don't put oils in your eyes or ears. Can damage your eardrum or your eyes. And certain people have sensitivities. If you're epileptic, if you are on blood thinners, if you have, special considerations, certain conditions, you should talk to your doctor and tell them, and this is a spiel that everyone says. Even training clients and talking about nutrition and exercise, speak to your doctor before implementing any changes to your, nutrition or your wellness plan or anything like that. And that is to protect you and also to protect me. I'm not telling anyone to get off of medications or to liberally use any oils, because if you are on a blood thinner or you're epileptic or have some sort of sensitivity, you're going to be upset when you take that advice. It's not to scare anybody. It's just to let you know that there are considerations with oils, and that should tell you how powerful they are, that they do create change in the body. There are reference books available that provide this information, including a list of oils to avoid and to use caution with during pregnancy, epileptics, blood thinners, things like that. So you have to educate yourself. This isn't one of those things where you go, I'm buying oils and I'm just going to start using oils. You do have a responsibility to educate yourself and ask questions. Luckily, we have a group where we do educate. Not everybody has time to research. Not everybody likes to research and read like that. I do. So we have a group on Facebook where when you get your starter kit with Young Living, we add you to that group. We do classes like this all the time on different subjects, and you can ask questions on the classes. You can ask questions on the page, on the posts, etc. So we do a lot of education in our groups. Essential oils are completely safe during pregnancy and for use with babies and children, but like I said, you have to use caution and common sense. There's a baby reference book as well by Deborah Rayburn called Gentle Baby that gives recommendations for use in babies, children, and pregnancy. We have the Young Living's members group, like I said, and once you get your starter kit, you would be added to that. So why switch to essential oils? Like, what's the point? How are they replacing what we're using already? If you look at the ingredient list on the back of your household cleaner, on the back of your laundry detergent, you're actually going to have to go online to find that. And a lot of people don't share the information as far as what's in their products because they don't have to, because lots of toxic chemicals are grandfathered in to the Toxic Substance Control Act and they don't have to be disclosed. So if you'll look at these things and go on the Environmental Working Group's website or the app or the Think Dirty app or just research those chemicals on PubChem or PubMed, you will see exactly what they are. Many of them are carcinogens, they are hormone disruptors, they are skin and respiratory irritants, things like that. So every day we put products on our skin, in our body, and we breathe them in. But many of these products contain these damaging chemicals that build up in our liver and fat cells. They can cause major reactions, symptoms, and eventually dysfunction and disease, even including cancer. We're talking about everything. Soaps, lotions, skincare, hair care, perfume. The average woman applies over 300 chemicals a day to her body through everyday products. Whether we're talking about perfume, you're burning some Scentsy wax, you've got scented candles, you've got Febreze, you've got plug-ins, whatever it is, these toxic chemicals are building up in your cells. A lot of times they're the reason people can't lose the last 5, 10, 15, 20 pounds because their body is highly toxic and your fat cells are where those toxins are being stored. So if you cut down on those toxins and reduce the toxic load on your body, you will lose that weight. So Young Living can help you replace all of these products with natural and effective oils and products. As far as makeup, I have found a company that I highly recommend. People ask me, okay, you're telling me to avoid these toxins. Young Living doesn't sell makeup, so where do I get my makeup from? I'm not real big on makeup. It's not something I really care about, but I decided I needed to have that information to help people. So I found the company Beauty Counter. And they are a very transparent company that is actually lobbying in Washington to make changes to the Toxic Substance Control Act. And they tell you, they disclose every ingredient in all of their products. And they also have a list of chemicals that they never put in any products that are highly toxic. So you can find more about them, beautycounter.com, or I can post a link, the girl that I get mine from. Beauty Counter reminds me a lot of Young Living as far as transparency. I looked into them just about as deep as I looked into Young Living, and I'm very pleased with that company. When you use Young Living's essential oils and products, you're using natural therapeutic products in place of harmful chemical-filled garbage. So how do you get started with using essential oils? We're talking about implementing them. So we gave you a little backstory on oils, what they are, how to use them. How do you use them? How do you get them? How do you implement them and get started? Because some people will order their oils or they'll get a bottle of peppermint from someone and pay retail, which is ridiculous. And what do I do with this? I don't know how to use this. I'm not sure what to do. The starter kit is hands down with Young Living the best way to get started, most cost effective. You get the most for your money. And you're going to be able to support every system in the body with this kit. You're going to get a diffuser, your choice of a diffuser, and you get 11 essential oils. And everything that's in it comes half off when you get a starter kit. It comes with those 11 oils, the diffuser, which is a must-have, samples of Young Living's super antioxidant supplement drink, Ningxia Red, 2 sample packets each of 5 different oils, lemon, lavender, peppermint thieves, and peace and calming, small bottles to share oils with others, a product guide, and lots of information. Let's cover the oils in the starter kit really quick. I'm right at 30 minutes, so I'm going to go through these really quick. I'm going to touch on the basics of what all of these oils and the kit support, and then we can talk more about them if you have questions. Frankincense is one of the top oils for skin health. It smooths the appearance of skin and is a great supporter of the immune system, emotional balance, and the nervous system. It can be used topically, aromatically, and internally. Lavender relaxes the mind and body. Lavender calms our nerves, muscles, thoughts, and even the body's internal response to irritation. It can be diffused for a calming effect and is another top oil for skin health. This is the main oil that I use for my son's skin. Lavender has endless uses and is nicknamed the Swiss Army knife of oils. If you're not sure ever which oil to use and you have lavender, just use lavender. Just use it. It's got multiple chemicals in it that are very supporting to all different functions and systems of the body. Lavender can do a lot of things. It's an adaptogen, meaning since it has such a wide variety of chemicals in it, it can get into your body and do something completely different for me than it can do for you. Because maybe I need more of the ester and you need more of the alcohol or whatever chemical constituent that lavender contains. So our body is going to take that and just dispose of what it doesn't need. But it can use all of it. Peppermint has been used for hundreds of years to support normal digestive health. It promotes healthy gut and bowel function. Peppermint helps maintain the efficiency of the digestive tract. You can apply this one topically. You can use it aromatically. You can take it internally also, just like frankincense, just like lavender. It can support exercise performance, relaxed airways, and soothe aches and pains from daily activity. Purification. This is a blend. You can diffuse this blend to freshen the air and neutralize odors. This is your alternative to covering up nasty smells in your house. Little boys' shoes in bathrooms, animals in the house, cooking bacon, whatever it is. Purification is your alternative to Febreze, which is extremely toxic. It's a very high on the toxic list. Multiple toxic chemicals in Febreze. You should throw it in the trash. Replaces scented candles, wax burners, all of which cause hormone disruption. Synthetic fragrances, which is what we're talking about in some of these products, are one of the worst things that have ever been allowed into our everyday products because they contain xenoestrogens. This is why everybody's so estrogen dominant. It is a main reason why we're estrogen dominant, because these molecules attach to your cells where something natural is supposed to be, and it's not natural, and it is causing hormone disruption for people. There's actually a lot of research into male femininity and our use of synthetic fragrances, which is extremely interesting and fascinating if you look into that. You can mix purification with a carrier oil and moisturize and protect the skin. We're talking rough, dry skin. We're talking about damaged skin. It moisturizes and protects. You can also use in a spray bottle to enjoy the outdoors free from annoying pests, especially in Southeast Texas. Thieves help support healthy immune function and maintain overall wellness when taken as a dietary supplement. It can be taken in a capsule or mixed with honey and hot water to make a tea. I drink this special little Thieves tea in the evenings a lot, especially if I'm tired, run down, feel like my immune system maybe needs a little boost. I will mix honey and hot water with a drop of Thieves and a couple of drops of lemon and drink that. And sometimes I'll add like a lemon or peach or chamomile flavored tea bag to it. Sometimes not. Stress Away, this is the bonus oil that comes in your kit. One of the most popular Young Living blends and has an intoxicating scent. This blend relaxes the mind and melts away day-to-day stresses. It smells really, really good. Very tropical smelling. Lemon, one of my favorites, can support a healthy immune system and is a key ingredient in the Thieves blend and in the Ningxia Red supplement drink. Lemon oil can be used to enhance the flavor of foods and drinks and has an amazing cleansing property. It will remove sticky and greasy messes, stains, and also literally cleans your cell receptor sites inside your body. So the xenoestrogens, the synthetic fragrance garbage we were just talking about that's junking up your cells, lemon and multiple other essential oils actually attach and clean those sites off. They clean the junk off. You can look into the chemicals that are in essential oils. That's found in reference books, or you can find it online, the chemical constituents, the chemical ingredients of essential oils. You can look those chemicals up on PubChem and on different websites, and you can read what those chemicals are actually capable of doing health-wise in your body. PanAway is another blend. It has a childproof cap on it because it contains wintergreen, which is high in methyl salicylate. You can look that chemical up as well and read about methyl salicylate. It can be applied after exercise to soothe muscles, calms the body's inflammatory response, and has an invigorating aroma. It's very refreshing. You can apply it to the neck, back, and joints for a soothing feeling. Very good for muscle, joint, and bone health. Copaiba, this is another great oil for the skin and the immune system. It promotes overall wellness in nearly every system of the body. Copaiba contains the powerful constituent beta-carophylline, which is a cannabinoid that acts on the CB2 receptors in the body. The essential oils from many spice and food plants contain beta-carophylline, as does the cannabis plant. However, the spice and food plants have zero effect on your CB1 receptors, which are the receptors that create the marijuana high. So it's a cannabinoid. We have a cannabinoid system in our bodies, and there are certain plants, food and medicinal plants, that address those receptors in the body. This is why people want to legalize marijuana. This is why people use medicinal marijuana. It will never be legalized, I don't believe, because natural substances are very hard to regulate. And when nobody can make tons of money except for criminals off of them, I just don't see it happening. So, Copaiba is a completely legal plant that contains up to 55% of beta-carophylline, which is a huge deal. Calms the body's inflammatory response as well, and is just a really good oil to have, and it comes in your kit. Digest. This is the #1 oil blend for supporting the digestive system from the top to the bottom, the entire digestive system. It can be used topically or internally. I don't suggest diffusing it. It does not smell good. Some of them stink. Digest is one of those that does not smell very pleasant. But I have it, and I don't run out of it because people in this house have digestive issues, and it's very supporting to the digestive system. Supports a wide range of digestive health concerns. RC, this is another blend, respiratory care. RC comes in your kit. It supports normal function of the entire respiratory system, from the nasal and sinus cavities to the tiniest air passages in the lungs. It can be diffused for a relaxing and soothing effect. This blend contains several eucalyptus species and can also be applied topically to the chest and bottoms of the feet. The oils that contain eucalyptus and lots of different chemicals, you want to use with caution, especially around babies and children, because they can have a sensitivity. I personally know tons of people that use RC all the time that have no adverse reactions to them. But eucalyptol is a very strong chemical that can affect people with epilepsy. It can affect people with other neuromuscular and nervous system issues and disorders. And you just want to be careful with oils like that are strong. The way to be safe is to use a small amount, heavily dilute, maybe apply to the feet, and then watch for reactions. We're talking acute toxicities, if anything at all, which just means remove the acute toxicity and you remove the issue. Okay, so that's everything that comes in your starter kit, including a diffuser. And I'll post a picture of all of that so you can see what it looks like. Membership benefits. So when you get a kit with Young Living, what you're also getting is a Young Living membership. I don't think I really went into detail of the fact that I don't agree with selling essential oils retail to people. You can get it directly from Young Living at wholesale prices, and that does not mean that you have to sell oils. I've never sold a bottle of oil or anything in my life. I've been doing this for 3 years now, and I use them for myself, for my family, in our own home. I give a lot of stuff away. Full disclosure, I do collect a check from Young Living because I do education and I sponsor and enroll people with Young Living. I do collect commission checks, but to me this is a passion and it's not really work. It's not a job. It's just really awesome to me to share something that's kind of changed the way that we address health in our house. So you get with your membership a 24% off wholesale membership, and everything comes directly to you when you order it. You don't have to order from your oil lady or pay shipping or pay retail through someone else. You just get discounted shipping on your own orders, and you get to order things 24% off. Essential Rewards is an optional monthly ordering program. So with Young Living, you could order your kit right now and never place another order again. If you are looking to replace toxins in your home, you're going to order again, obviously, and you're going to use essential oils and keep using those products. So they do have a program, a loyalty program that you can participate in. It's called Essential Rewards. On Essential Rewards, you get points back on your monthly orders. When you're first starting out, you get back 10% for the first 3 months. Starting at month 4, you get 20% back, and then starting at after 24 months, after 2 years, you get 25% back. That is the level I'm at now. I've been on Essential Rewards for 3 years. Never stopped it. You can stop it and start it at any time. You can pick your processing date. You can change your processing date. You don't have to order the same thing every month. You can order whatever you want. The only stipulation that the Essential Rewards program has is that you order $50 a month, and that's it. Other than that, it's completely optional. It's completely transparent. It's completely awesome because you get points back to use for free stuff. And you can also, your orders can qualify for monthly promotions. So you get things for free every month if your order qualifies. Mine always does because we've switched everything. We use the cleaner, we use the laundry detergent, we use the dish soap, we use the soaps, we use the toothpaste, we use the lotions, we use the hormone serums, we use the aftershave lotion, the shaving cream, the shaving oil. We use all of their products, the kids' products, the dog products. And that's not a huge amount of money that we're spending additionally. That's money that we were spending already on all of the things that we already use in our house. We're just switching from toxic garbage to natural plant-based oils and products. So it's a lifestyle change, really. To have the best effective use for you from using essential oils, you're going to need to look at things like perfume and makeup and laundry detergent and things like that. That's not to overwhelm you, and it's really not hard to do. It's very simple. You can switch out one product at a time, and if you get on the Essential Rewards program, you start earning points back with that first order, and you can get the Thieves Cleaner. You can order your kit and set up your Essential Rewards. You can put the Thieves kit on it. There's an entire line of Thieves products, or you can just order whatever you want. It's your choice. The points back is amazing, and the discounted shipping is amazing, and the promotions are amazing, all of those things. So how do you do that? You can do it by going to youngliving.com. You click on Become a Member, and then you would enter the member number for the person that invited you to this class. So whoever you've been talking to about essential oils, you would get their member number and enter it in the enroller and sponsor field, and that would put you in their organization. I believe everybody in this group is that has invited is connected to me, to my organization. So that means that you would then be added to the group that I was telling you about earlier, the Living Well. That is our group for Young Living members where we educate and do classes and things. So after you enter the enroller and sponsor number, which is your person's member number, then you just follow the prompts to enter your shipping and billing info, and that's it. Comes directly to you. You can pay for whichever shipping you want. You can do snail mail, you can do FedEx, you can do overnight. I overnighted mine personally. Or you can, if you don't want to do it that way, you can contact the person that invited you and they can help you. Obviously, you would need to contact them for their member number if you don't already have that. You can also ask them or myself additional questions and get help ordering and getting started. So I just want to thank you guys. That's pretty much it. That's all I have. If you have questions, be sure and ask them. I'm going to scroll back through and read all of the comments and answer any questions that haven't been answered yet. You're welcome to contact me for help if you would like, or the person that invited you to the class, and we'll get you set up under the right sponsor. And that's it. So any questions, ask them, and there'll be a couple more posts on the event page tonight, and that's it. Have a great night. Thanks.